砂漠ってのは付き合いにくい相手だが、少なくとも公明正大だ。危険や挑戦は全て目に見えるようにしてくれてる。
No, I mean, it's absolutely terrible. It means crap, no matter what she is. Wait, what? I died? How did I die? I was in the middle with everybody. How did that happen? I was like literally in the pile with everybody there, wasn't I? How did I die? What the? Yeah, I don't get how I died. Like I was the one smacking the globe in the center, I thought, and it popped, and it pops around it. So like I was in the center. How did I die? Like I should have been protected because obviously like I died immediately after she did the slash, right? So it should have been that. But I thought I was in the center of the bubble, so I shouldn't have died from that. So that's like the super weird thing is like I shouldn't have died. But somehow I died. Did you seriously stop fighting and answer that? Why? She's in her fucking... Yeah, don't answer that. You beat the fucking boss first. Look at that. Oh yeah, that's kind of annoying. Now, would we have to do another phase? Like, would they have had to do another phase like this? Probably. The problem is that these guys are pretty weak in DPS. Like, yeah, like they're pretty weak in DPS. Like normally we can burst down Raiden a lot harder, in that initial phase. Hell, you can even kill Raiden before she turns into this phase if your DPS is good enough. So the fact that she was like barely injured is kind of shows how shit our DPS was. Maybe I should have chosen Emily. Maybe I should have chosen someone else. But either way. Oh. Hey. Oh, I see. Raiden's fighting us. I didn't realize Raiden was. No, that's not Raiden. That's. Oh no, he died too. Great, awesome. We're low on DPS, and so we lose our DPS character. Cool. Nice. Like, that's your own fault. Like, I have no fucking clue how I died. But, like, it's the kind of thing where, hey, once one person dies, maybe don't be fucking stupid. Maybe be a little more careful. Maybe stop wasting our time. Like, I died from, like, from some unknown bullshit. Like, right? You died because you fucked up. Like, I was in the center of that bubble. There shouldn't have... Wait, what? I mean, 6190 crit rate? That's not that bad. Anyway, this should be a kill. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, DPS was kind of shit. Probably shouldn't have been Emily. I was thinking, oh, we'll get some burning. And Emily gets some good burning damage. Just like a perfect team for burning, but DPS was really low. Now, I don't know if that's me. Maybe it's me. Maybe because I chose Emily. Emily is more of a DPS class. Is more of a sub DPS class. She doesn't really like do much actual damage. She's more of just kind of a supporting burning and burning reactions. But there are other damage. I mean, Daya is also pretty weak, and I think it was a level 80 Daya as well. So obviously she's going to be even weaker. Because like, is she 80? Sure. Is she 80 ascended? 80 unascended? Like, that actually matters. If she's 80 unascended, then she's not going to have that stat bonus from Ascension, the ability to increase your... the ability to max out her talents, the extra bonus to her character passive that you get at late from going from 80 to 90, the Ascension of 80, ascending at 80, so... You know, there's like a lot of dumb things. Ideally, should be. I thought I'll give it a shot, but yeah, it turned out to be kind of shit. So yeah, we could just do this. This is fun. Oh, I mean that'd be fine if he wants to be Kanich. This would be a relatively okay party for Kanich. Because I have Raiden and Fury now, so I'm in healing mode. Oh, okay, that's fine too. This is actually pretty good. No! Why? Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go for someone who can react to someone who can't. Like, yeah, sure, there's a buff, but just fucking be a damage dealer for fuck's sake. We don't need more support. Because essentially now we're at 3 supports. And it's just like, come on, dude. And I get it. I mean, look at that. We have some amazing DPS, but it's like... So, like, yeah, like, could we have done that quickly? Probably not, no. Kazuha, it's tough, right? Kazuha is a good buffer, because he's a good buffer. So yeah, he's a good buffer and debuff. Well, yeah, he's a good debuffer because of swirl. And I mean, yeah, it's fine. And maybe I'm just too. I was thinking, we want more reactions. We want more reactions. Let's see, where's the? Yeah, maybe it's like, oh wait, I don't get my thing. I wasted my cooldown and I don't get my, Oh, wow, I'm surprised. I thought I would get my, there we go. There's my, I thought I would get more energy in the middle of all that bullshit. Cool. That was nice. Nice and quick. Probably, I mean, in all honesty, yeah. Probably quicker this way than if we had Raiden. It's hard to say, really. It's really difficult. Ooh, nice billet. It's really hard to tell because Raiden's skill would have got some reactions. So like the question is, which is more valuable, right? Kazuha's improving our damage, and that's the problem with doing a Kazuha in a pure support team, is that he's boosting realistically only one person's damage, Nuvalet, because everyone else's damage is kind of shit, right? So like my damage when I'm not in DPS mode is not amazing, right? Like I only do my skill, and then once my skill goes off and resistant reduction goes into play, I don't get shit, right? I don't get any extra damage. I'm just doing normal attacks, which are attack scaling, and I'm a defense scaled character, so it's not helpful. And my burst, which I don't get that frequently, so my damage is not going to be shit. He can obviously improve Furina's damage. Her minions will do a little more damage, but it's mostly just Kazuha's mostly going to actually do damage, help improve Nuvalet's damage, which is obviously he's the main DPS for, so sure, yeah, it's good. But the question is, which is better, right? Is it better to have, Nuvalet doing shitloads of damage? Like, well, not even shitloads, but more damage? Or would Raiden be better? Because with Raiden, one, we're going to get electroconducted. We're going to get electrocuted with, her reacting with that. And then she'll be able to do her burst, which will charge up our burst more frequently. So I could have done my burst more frequently. Furina could have kept her burst up constantly, I think. I don't know. I can't remember. I don't know if there's a visual tell if you're in a Furina team. I think there probably is on my screen to know when the buff is up or not, I think. But I'm not 100% sure. I'd have to go in and pay attention. So it's just like, and then of course, Nuvalet, the more Nuvalet bursts, if Nuvalet gets burst more frequently, it creates little 6 little orbs that give him 2 free instant charge shots, which is where his damage comes from. So it's pretty. Are you really gonna? Yeah, you're gonna swap back over to. Why? Whatever, fuck it, it's good enough. Like Farazan, it's a level 90 Farazan, so maybe they actually built their Farazan. But it's like, if you don't have a win DPS character, there's literally no point in Farazan. So the question is, is their Farazan built? Wait, why am I in the cutscene? Like, they're able to go, I don't know how they're able to do it. Anyway. I don't know. I don't like Farazan. I mean, not Farazan's. I don't like Wanderer's playstyle. So I just don't like Wanderer. Like, they've given him for free. Not really given him for free, but he's been part of combat trials where he can be a trial character, so you can give him a shot. Obviously, there's when he comes on Banner 2, you can play him as a trial character for that as well. So, I mean, to be fair, we're really actually shredding him. So, I mean, that is the cool thing about this. Oh, fuck, he's been affected. He's been affected. Her burst is up. Chart. Yeah, you should have saved your burst. You should have saved your burst, waited until the Wanderer was close. Because obviously the Wanderer was not even close to where her burst is. So... Okay. I gotta get him close because he's gonna do his radial AoE thing. Oh, fuck! And I got hit. That was bad luck. It was literally in the center of the fucking thing. No close one near, no safe spot close to me. It was like 2 bad ones on one side, 2 bad ones on one side, 2 bad ones on the other side. I had to run. I might have been able to make it, actually. I was pretty close. I was pretty close. I might have been able to make it if I had, like, immediately started booking one side. Like, there was a second delay where I'm, like, looking at it to try to figure out where the safe spot was. So if I had booked it one left or right, I would have had the time to be like, oh. So, yeah, unfortunate. You know, it is what it is. Nothing you can do about it. Yeah, but if I'll do this solo, it's actually much quicker solo. Actually, wait. Before I do that, they were bitching in mind. I should have a fragile, right? Oh, I don't have a fragile. Whoopsie. I did not buy it from my house this week. And actually, fuck it. I'll just do I'll do it another day. I don't need to do it today. I got my coins. Let's go into the furnishing shop, get my shit. Yeah, there's the transient resin. Yeah, so I'm glad I'm getting these. I guess technically I think I'm getting essences instead of Mora from the Battle Pass. But it definitely is nice to have a big pile of this so that whenever I need to do artifacts, I have shit. Like, sure, if it's a brand new artifact that I don't have, fine. But like the thing is, even if I needed to farm a new set, a brand new set, like, oh, they introduced a new set, it's perfect for a new character, and you start farming it, even if you get the stuff, you don't get enough pieces from running it to actually level it. So even if you run it like 50 times to get some good pieces, you won't. I don't think you can even level all 5 pieces to 20 with the remaining bits you get from actually farming those 50 times. Like the 4 stars you get and the shit 5 stars. I don't even think that's enough. So being able to have this also means that if I do find something better, I can just get it. So I definitely do appreciate it. Although I have noticed that, yeah, I've been running more runs a lot. You know, I've been doing there's been a lot of times where I'm just like, shit, I need more Mora. So clearly, I definitely do feel it. Because I definitely do feel myself using condensed resin to collect Mora. So, it's a trade-off, I guess. But, like, running ley lines is super easy. And I mean, I guess to be fair, running artifact domains is pretty easy too. Wait, where's the? Oh yeah, because it's not time yet. It's a time-based thing. I've spent enough time. It definitely is. Just gotta wait, get back into the real world for. Oh, is it day after tomorrow? Or did time freeze when I'm doing all this shit? Okay, so it's a day after tomorrow type thing. Whoops. I thought it was tomorrow. And they said the following morning, because it was the previous day. And so I was like, oh, wait, what? It's the following morning. It is the following morning. Again, it was this time. So it seems like it reset the quest again. So essentially doing all that shit, even though time progressed, I guess going in and out of co-op instances, like, fucked over my system's time. So essentially, I guess going in and out of co-op instances, there we go, probably resets the quest progress. Which I guess technically makes a little bit of sense. Not a lot, but a little bit. Simply because you are going to another world. And so I guess what's happening is they're like, oh, okay, you went to another world. Okay, we're going to reset that quest progress. You have to wait for the day after tomorrow in the morning. And so even though time had progressed, it didn't matter because it was essentially resetting quest progress. Resetting that quest timer every single time I went in and out of a co-op instance. And of course, Teapot is also considered a co-op instance. Because if you go into the Teapot, you can't actually access your party. You can only swap character by character, which is the way you do it in co-op as well. And if you try to navigate to a quest, it tells you have to get out of your Teapot first, because it's considered a co-op instance. Or at least they code it that way, or consider it that way, who knows. Ooh, that's interesting. Maybe the two gems are... Well, no, maybe it's a pair. Like, one provides foresight and the other provides hindsight. So one can predict the future and the other can see the past. Perhaps they work in tandem versus having the same effects. I mean, you say that. I mean, yeah, investigate, sure, but like, there's also the possibility that one of the people in the caravan had a little too big of lips in town, and a thief then followed them and ambushed them. But yeah, obviously, if you can predict it, it does make it easier. But it's one of those like catch-22s, right? Like, okay, so why do thieves steal stuff? Well, because they're poor, right? And anything of value they have, they sell. But why would then a thief steal? Or sorry, why would a thief buy a gem? You know, because like we didn't know that they had the ability to predict, so no one did. So this thief would have had to have bought the gem ahead of time. Would have had to like honestly bought the gem using his stolen money, and then realized its effect, and then used it. Which is like, well, that's weird. Because why the fuck is a thief buying a gem in the first place? Like, wouldn't anything of value be sold for money? Because that's what they do. They steal these things and then sell them. It'd be the only thing would be if they had accidentally stolen. If they had stolen another caravan that was carrying the gem, one of the thieves found it and then noticed the prediction powers before they went to sell it and then kept it and tried to steal a more rare thing. But it's one of those things, weird things where it's like, well, was the caravan that was running the one that had the gem? In which case they couldn't have had the gem to predict it if the caravan itself had that gem. So, yeah, so it doesn't make sense for a thief to have had the gem ahead of time, because why would they have bought the gem in the first place, right? They're robbing people not to decorate. Most of the time they don't rob people. I don't know, it's just the quickest way to get there. This will have to go around this way. This I might be able to just glide in. We'll see. I can always tell the other one. This one is not a straight glide. Oh, it's not exactly a glide. I guess it might have been quicker the other way. I get a little bit of a glide. But yeah, it's like one of those weird things where it's like, well, why would a thief had purchased this gem? Because that's how Candace got it. She bought it. Presumably the merchant she bought it for had both of them. So then why did the thief buy a gem when, like, their MO is typically to sell them and not keep them?
事件はこの辺りで起きたはずです。全く旅人さん、パイモンさん、ここを見てください。何か感じませんか？はい。砂漠の部族やエルマイト旅団の中には元素力を扱える。割れた板があるぞ。
I wonder if that ruined bits were there beforehand. Like, if these already existed in the world. And so they're like, oh, cool, we actually have some caravan ruins over here. Let's just use that as part of our quest. Or if they retconned it, where they're like, okay, let's add these things to this location so that it can be used as part of a quest. Because I'm pretty sure there's been, like, ruined caravan and bits and bobs all over the place. So it would be cool if they used an already existing one. Although technically it wouldn't have made sense, because obviously when we were exploring years ago, it was there. So it couldn't be involved in a recent thing. So realistically, they should be new. But it wouldn't surprise me if they just reused assets that were already on the field.
あちらにある痕跡はまだじゃあ行くよ。手がかりはあちらの方角を示しています。上行きましょう。
なんてこった。わざわざ偏僻な。
すみません。ちょっとお尋ねしても。アール村のガーディアン、キャンディスと申します。
おい、何ビビってやがる。ガーディアンってのは俺た。あ、そうだった。すまん。みっともないところを見せたな。い
え、さぞ辛い思いをされたことでしょう。
あまりに悔しかったからな。仲間たちを呼んで襲ったやつ。
食料もあまり残っていないようですし、この状況では冷静さをどんな荷を運ばれていたか。
危険物だよ。何言ってんだ。花火だろうが。だって箱に危険物って当たり前だろ。花火に食品って書くのか。すまんな。こいつちょっと抜けてるところがあるんだ。気にしないでくれ。
花火をどちらへ？
砂漠にある集落さ。家臣探査の時期だから、俺らみたいな小さな商売をしてるところも。
なるほど。
ああ、別に構わないぜ。辺り一面のつる草に足止めされ。
つる草？
砂漠につる草が入るわけねえだろうが。車輪が砂にはまっ、その後急に空から爆弾が落ちてきた。
Huh. I'm really curious. Is the leader is the leader lying? Is that what happening? The leader's lying about what he's doing, or are his companions really that stupid? Yeah, like that's the question. Is he actually telling the truth, and this guy's kind of trying to cover it up? Or is he really that dumb?
火のついた矢を放ってきた。それに花火が引火してもうてんやわんやさ。 その
強盗の姿は覚えています。
いや、あの時は逃げるのに精一杯だったし、でも緑色の石を持って。
Really? You noticed a bandit had a green stone. Just ran them a green stone.
もしかして、
そうそう、そんな感じのだ。あんな高価そうなものを持ってるのにしょうもね
おおよその状況は分かりました。しかし、ここはやはり安全を優先し。
あ、わかった。
では失礼します。行きましょう。ここまで来れば聞こえないでしょう。旅人さん、どう思っ。ええ、同感です。先ほどの人は何。
Okay, so it's more that he's alive. It's more that he. I don't know. That's kind of weird though, because like he's right though. It is weird that vines would appear. Now that is what hilichurls do.
あり得る話です。強盗たちがなぜ。あなたの心配もわかります。思っていたよりも危険な状況。
So yeah, I guess that could be true. Yeah, they could be bandits themselves, and they were carrying bombs, which they're claiming to be firecrackers. But the vines thing still doesn't make sense.
お二人はここで少し休んでいてください。衛兵と少し話をしてきます。
まさかこんな展開になるなんてな。家臣探査を無事に過ごせたらいいけど。
ん？今の言葉、大マハマトラとしては見過ごせないな。ああ、公務中でな。ある奇妙な強盗事件。
もしかしてセナもあの事件を。
俺なら平気だ。道中味はどうだ？パチサラプリン。
変なこと言うからむせちゃったじゃんか。
先ほどの話に戻るんだ。お前たち。そうか。すでにキャンディスと調査中だ。
詳細はキャンディスが戻ったら。
わかった。あ、そうだ。これから何か言っ。
キャンディスと一緒に帰るつもりだ。その
何か隠してるよ。砂漠の積年の実は絶対に嘘をつく。
Well, like, there's ways to get around this, right? Like, oh, we're hiding something. It's like, we have plans with Tignari. Has Tignari told you anything about it yet? If he says no, well, I mean, if he says yes, regardless of whether he says yes or no, because he could obviously just say yes and then we tell him and then be like, well, I actually didn't know, but I lied to you to get you to tell me. Regardless if he says yes or no, just say, hey, we have plans with Tignari. He told us to keep it on the hush hush. Ask him about it, and he can decide whether or not to tell you, right? Obviously, it's easy. Keeps the secret. Lets him know where he can go to, and then we're not hiding it of our own volition. We're just trying to keep a secret that is Tignari's, and Tignari can be the one to decide whether to tell you or not. If he assuming he hasn't already.
嘘をつけば、相手の恨みつらみが爆発することを知っているからだ。これを。
No, you shouldn't have. Geez, is that the way you do it? Yeah, I guess you want to do what the meaning is, and just let the homophone, let people say the homophone in their head. Obviously, always gonna be read straight through, right? Red isn't the color red. So the question is like, yeah, have they just written red, the color red, or the homophone where they want you to take its meaning from? I guess that's the better way of doing it.
本当かなら秘密を吐くんだ。そうか。鈴木にも負けない根性だ。鈴木は鈴木だが、巣のない湖で一生を過ごす。凄まじい根性。
Oh, I see. Not worms, words. That one's kind of annoying because it's not really even a homophone. It's not like there's another word. It's not like it's like, oh yeah, it sounds exactly the same. It's like, no, you actually have to change the word itself. From eating their worms to eating their words. In which case, there's no real point in saying, I mean, I guess the quotation marks lets you know that's the word that needs to be changed, or that's the word where the pun is. And who knows, maybe it sounds better in Chinese or Japanese. And we just have we don't have, maybe America just doesn't have a euphemism that would fit perfectly, so they had to kind of force that.
どうかしました？セナさんはむしろ
変わりないか。旅人から事の経緯は聞いた。ただ午後の予定を聞いたら。
午後ですか。オルモス港に。わあ、キャンディス。セナさんもサプライズ計画のメンバーですよ。
Yeah, exactly. But that's the whole thing. Is you could easily figure that out. Also, telling someone that there is a surprise is not in and of itself ruining the surprise. So I know knowing that there is a surprise is not like who gives a shit? What matters is what the surprise is. And just telling him that there is a surprise doesn't ruin anything. Anyway, hello there. I'm doing well. How about you? But yeah, like we could have easily figured it out too. It's like, yeah, we're working on something with Tignari. Speak to him if you want to know more about it, if he hasn't already told you, right? Easy way to not lie, but also, give yourself an out. So that's the problem, is that Paimon is just too stupid. And Paimon has to be stupid. I mean, that's Paimon's character, so like that makes sense. It is a little annoying though, like how no one in our party is smart enough to actually like be intelligent and ask or say things in a smart way, or try to like actually get through this.
サプライズ計画のメンバーを伝えていなかった私たちのせいですね。
何はともあれ、誤解がそれと、これは、ああ、もう勘弁
してくれよ。Yeah, I mean, didn't you ask me the same thing yesterday? So clearly I'm on 2 days in a row. Oh, wasn't it you? Or you could have sworn it was your user ID. It was either yesterday or the day before, perhaps. I don't know. Let's assume that I'm correct, because it's more likely that you've forgotten who you spoke to, because you're obviously going through lots of people trying to sell your stuff. So you probably did actually see me yesterday, but forgot. Would be the more likely scenario. Although it could have been that maybe you didn't speak. No, I didn't. I think it was yesterday. I'm pretty sure it was yesterday. Because today's Tuesday, right? Which means if you pop in around this time, that would be around the time I was streaming yesterday. Which would have been probably the time when you tried to sell your stuff yesterday, too. But I get it, right? Like you're popping into like tens or hundreds of streams a day to try to sell your shit. It's obviously easy to forget who you've spoken to.
ス、まさかまた未来が見えたの？
ええ、あちらの路地から人が2人現れるのが見えました。しかも何やら不穏な話をしているようです。
Well, that doesn't make sense.
そんな話？
Because, like, before, the trigger was something actually going wrong, right? Something exploding, someone's, life was in danger, right? If that thing exploded, maybe when the guy was close to that would have been in danger. The crate falling on the girl, that puts her in danger. But two suspicious people talking about something dangerous in an alley, like, how is that on the same thing as people getting injured? Like, sure, they might be talking about injuring people, but it's not the same as actually injuring someone. So the fact that it would trigger the stone is a little weird.
残念ながら余地で見えたば。
なら隠れて観察しよ
It's just kind of it's inconsistent to say the least. Although maybe that's why the vision is weaker, and she only heard a few blurred things here and there because of how vague it was, because of how non-inherently dangerous it is.
う。聞いたか？だいぶ
もう少し近づい。
Yeah, I mean, this doesn't necessarily mean it's actually dangerous. I mean, they did say they were suspicious, right? Yeah, so okay, so it was them. I assumed it was going to be something like a firework or something. It could actually be some sort of actual festivity type thing. You know? It could be that they were trying to set off some fireworks right as the carriage is passing to be this nice, cool accoutrement to the parade. So... It's also like crazy though, because she's like, "Oh, I saw these two suspicious people." It's like, okay, but two suspicious people who you know the appearance of, you know exactly who they are. Even at a glance, even with a vague glance, you should have been able to tell, "Oh, these are people I know." And the fact that we didn't see them at all before hiding, or even be able to recognize their voices, like so many plot holes about this. Right? So many plot holes. Like, one, if she did see a vision, she would have seen who they were. But if she didn't see them well enough to even see who the fuck they were, but she still said they were suspicious. So her vision was like, oh yeah, these people are suspicious. So yeah, but clearly if you don't recognize them, you didn't see them. Because, like, they are wearing incredibly unique costumes. And let's assume that their outfits are more common in Sumeru, but, like, they are still pretty damn unique. So even if you didn't see their faces, their clothing alone should have had you recognize them. So the fact that you still consider them suspicious, despite supposedly seeing them in your vision, indicates you didn't really see them. You know, you just saw maybe two pairs of feet, and even still their shoes are fairly unique. But you saw two pairs of feet maybe walking into an alleyway. First of all, this isn't an alleyway, too. This is the main thoroughfare for this port. So there are humongous amounts of inconsistencies in this quote-unquote vision. Unless there's another group of people who actually went into the alleyway. But, like, look, this is the alleyway, right? The main thoroughfare along the port. Along the water, the main street, that somehow is an alley. So yeah, I think this is bad. This is bad writing. Because essentially what they wrote is they wrote a plot hole into the game. They wrote a plot hole into the story just so they could have a reveal like that. Where it doesn't make sense because she was seeing things. Her vision was a clear vision, and she said she saw them, saw two people, saw that they were suspicious, and talking about dangerous things. Now, sure, you know, maybe she didn't actually see them, and she only heard a few dangerous words, so they're like, oh my god, this is a thing, but like, how, what? So we knew that they were coming, but still somehow we're not able to see them at all while we were listening, and didn't recognize their voices during that entire time? Like, are you kidding me? Like, we should have seen them approaching, you know? At the very least. And like, it also shouldn't have been here. Like, this is far too wide and open. There's too many easy spots where we could have hid while still being able to see these people. It's also like the whole fact of like, we don't even really need to hide because it's not like I mean, if there were two random people going into an alleyway, like we could just be walking down the random alleyway, right? Who wouldn't recognize us? We could just walk past them as they're talking. But yeah, there's just so many plot holes. Like, oh, that's so dumb. I don't like it when they do that. Like Paimon being dumb with Sino, that's fine because Paimon is dumb. Paimon's character is dumb. Her acting that way is in character for her. I don't like the way she acts, but that's beside the point, right? It's consistent to who her character is. And our character not being smart enough to say things correctly is also consistent. Our character's never really done amazingly intelligent plans and is not really a good wordsmith. So that's also fine. But this it just makes no sense. Because Candace knows these two people. I think we've interacted with them. Like, I think even, what's that guy's name? Dendro Kaching, Al Haytham. I think Al Haytham has even been to Aru Village, so like she's seen him before. The fact that she wasn't able to recognize them in the vision, and that none of them were able to see them at all before they got close enough to hear, as well as not being able to recognize their voices, is fucking dumb. It's dumb. It's bad writing. Like, Candace should have recognized them immediately. They shouldn't have been considered suspicious. Or she should have said, I wasn't able to see them at all. Because she said, I saw two people. I wasn't really able. Actually, can we even see this? I saw two people. Yeah, I saw two people enter the alleyway over there. They seemed suspicious. I think they were talking about something dangerous, right? So she saw two people. Well, then clearly you didn't actually see two people if you didn't recognize them. And you didn't even see them properly because you didn't, like this, you've already proven that you didn't actually see them because you didn't recognize them. If you had seen them at all, you would have recognized them. So why do they seem suspicious, right? And you could say, oh, they seem suspicious because I think they were talking about something dangerous, but again, I think. So you didn't actually see them because you didn't recognize them. You're not even sure about what they said. Yeah, the vision is very blurry and some vague images. But so a few words and vague images, even a blurry image of these people you should have been able to recognize. But even still, if it was that blurry and vague, why the fuck did you think they were suspicious in the first place, right? So you see blurry images of two people going into an alleyway, and you're like, that's suspicious. They went into an alleyway. People don't go in alleyways. That's not what alleyways are for. For walking? No one goes into alleyways. Only criminals. Everyone knows alleys are criminal exclusive. Like, so again, it doesn't make sense.
でもメラックは僕が作った。そんな冷徹なわけがない。それで君はあいつを探すためにオルモス港まで来て書類を。まあ、そこについてはちょうどよかったよ。プランが完成したから目を通し。自分の腕に自信があるんじゃなかったか。そうじゃなくて、このコースで問題ないか見てほしいんだ。残念ながら当日のフロート車のコースについては詳しくない。はあ？準備を手伝うよう教練員から言われているだろう。その気はないのか？職務外のことだからな。知らなくて。それもそうだな。爆発？ああ、僕が設計。あ、もちろん本当の爆発じゃなくて、食品工学の論文を多数調べた結果、キャンディーの材料とタワーの外装が芸商花で折った布のように柔らかなものであれば、仮に当たっても全く痛くないと分かった。 サインを出すことで
爆発のタイミングを。
暗草なりデビ様の乗ったフロート車が、
風向きと湿度。
ああ、その辺は織り込み済みだ。それらの
なんだ。
君たちは全く
それ
私が説明しましょう。
未来が見える能力。どうも怪しいな。
その能力をもとにまだ見ぬ現実に仮説を立てたが、おそらく。
Yeah, and then of course, like that's the other thing too, is that like the whole point is that all other visions predicted immediate danger. This was already out of yeah, and that was the other thing too. Is like not only did they just not were their deductions as characters were stupid and made no sense in relation to everything, but then it also contradicts the gem's ability in and of itself. What we knew about it was it predicted immediate danger around Kansas, and now all of a sudden the third prediction, there was no immediate danger, and the only thing that could possibly be, I mean, maybe that's why it was blurry, because it wasn't immediate danger, but it's not even like they were talking about something that was dangerous, unless, of course, the fireworks they plan on setting off is going to have a problem. So this is predicting an issue that these fireworks are going to have, because it's not as foolproof as Kave says. Maybe. But I mean, so far, as much as we know right now, what they were talking about was not dangerous. It wasn't trying to harm anybody. So her having a vision of it makes no sense in relation to what we know about the gem's abilities. So like that made no sense. Her not recognize them made no sense. Her deeming them as suspicious despite seemingly knowing nothing about the whole situation. And then no one being able to see them before they go into the alleyway, despite already being there and knowing when they're going to show up, not even trying to glance to see if they're coming and when they're coming. Because that's something you would do. You would still be hiding, but also checking the entrance of the alleyway for the people, so you know when they're fucking there. Like, everyone would do this. No one's just going to hide, like, no one's going to hop in a trash can to wait to listen and just leave it shut and wait for a few hours. Like, no, you're going to crack the lid of the trash can so that you can see when they're approaching, so you know when to pay attention. So like, the fact that no one thought to look at the entrance of the alleyway for their approach, or recognize them at that time, or recognize their voices at the time, like, it's so many points just don't make sense. And I just like that. I think it's bad writing.
もしキャンディスが見た光景が未来ではなく過去だったとしても、同じく説明がつくということだ。
過去？
ジャハンギルは前にも送風機が故障したことがあると言っていたのだろう。彼自身の話からも伺えるように、その装置が壊れ、それから過信探査の影響で、ここ最近のオルモス校はどこも世話しない。道路脇に路地裏で話し合いをするものだって。
アルハイゼンさんのお考えで。
奇妙な現象も。
そうだな。
それもあるが。だが、俺の推論は別。
確かに。
現状、そのような現象が引き起こされる条件や原因は不明。
もう一つの視点か。ああ、そうか。メラックは君のこと。
天才的だな。まるで。
確かに。君の声を識別できるよう設定してあるし、ずっと前から知っているはずだ。
カーベ、メラックが行方不明になったって本当か？じゃあ今こっちに。
どこに行ってた？
Oh, that's a name? Did he mention its name before in his previous quest?
店にコーヒー豆の在庫がなかったから他を当たってくれていた。買えなくても別に構わん。
キャンディス、どうかしたのか？
いえ、ただアルハイゼンさんの仮説。
あ、もう来てたんだね。みんな浮かない。
ちょっとした謎さ。ああ、もう集合の時間か。歩きながら話そう。
俺は知恵の殿堂に行く。
ん？
じゃあ行くよ。
もう来ないのかと思ったぞ。元気いっぱいの
ファルザン先輩、実は
キャンディータワーを作ることよりも急を要することなのか？ちょうどいいキャンディーのして解決策はあったのか？
ええ、バッチリです。
あっぱれじゃん。カーベは
仕方ない。この問題はセノに任せ。
わかったならはよ動く。そうじゃカーベ、フロート車を模した装置。
こんなに早く
これくらい昔。これ持っていけ。うまく。
はい、ありがとうございます。すまない旅人、君が試してみてくれないか？
It's gonna be a race, one of the racing. Yeah, I thought so.
おお、様になっておるではないか。
旅人とファルザン先輩のおかげでキャンディータワーの構想は固まったよ。
次はいよいよセコレイとオディシアはどこじゃ？
二人はドニャーザードさんの家でキャンディーの飾り付けをしています。器用な二人のことですから心配はいらないでしょう。
いっそのことスメイルシティに集まった方が良くないか？なんでここにしたんだ？
シティ内だとクラクサナリデビ様の住居に近いから散歩の途中でばったり会うかもしれないだろ。その点ここならそこそこ離れ、サプライズを用意しているところ。
あら？ここで何をしているの？私の名前が聞こえた気がした。
I mean, we said Dendra Archon, which is not her name, it's her title.
どうかしたのかしら？カーベ！このデザインは何じゃ？屋根にこんな素材を使うとは。失敗じゃ。 の数百年にもわたる伝統を裏切っておる。暗草なりてび様が見たらきっと心を痛めるはずじゃ。
確かにこのファサードも
お前ならパパッと修正できるじゃろ。
もちろん。
建築の話かしら。暗草なりてび様、どうか心配せんでくれ。こいつは優秀。そう。あなたまでそう言うなら。もしよかったらデザインを見せてくれるかしら。何かアドバイスができるかもしれないでしょ。何か都合でも悪いの？みんなの顔がこわばっている。デザインを見られるのが恥ずかしいから？それとも
デザインはその友人が持っていきまして。そうそう覚えて。
暗草なりてび様。あら、ニーロ。はい。家臣誕祭で披露する演目を。そうならすぐに。いえ、暗草なりてび様、もちろん任せてちょうだい。最近はじゃあ私はに。危なかったぜ。すまぬカーベ。さっきはつい変なことを口走ってしもうた。別にお前のデザインに文句をつけるつもりはな。わしは優秀な後輩に。
ええ、もちろんです。
そうそう、カーベ。もうこんな時間じゃ。はよデザインを取りに行け。いつまで手を焼かせる気じゃ。
はい。
もし私。
ありがとうございます。
暗草なりでび様、道中念のため集合場所はパルディスディアイに変更した方が良さそうだね。
今すぐ移動しますか？
うん、そうしよっか。カーベにはキャンディータワーのデザインに専念してもらって、残りのメンバーで材料をパルディスディアイに運ぼう。
カーベ、お前がデザインしたキャンディータワーならどんな形だろうとわしは賛成じゃぞ。
はい。後輩を叱ったりはしないって言うけど、さっきの口ぶりから先輩の若かりし頃の意向が垣間見えた気がする。 先輩は今もお若いか。
じゃあ決まりだ。明日は
ただの芝居だったのに。
気の毒に。
Okay, these are actually pretty long though. I don't know, maybe I'm ranting too much. Actually, maybe not. I guess I did do the oh hey, how's it going? I did the second event quest. I was thinking I would do both of them today, but it's already been an hour. I'm getting tired, so I was gonna wrap it up at the second one. Oh, it sucks. Yeah. You don't realize how important your internet is until you lose it. It actually really sucks too, because my home doesn't have really good cell reception. So if I lose the internet, I'm pretty much like fucked. Like I can't even surf the internet on my phone. So I can't even like read a book. Now luckily I have like books at home. So like if something goes really wrong, I have that. But yeah, it's just like I normally like if I do read, I have something going on in the background, and so like yeah, if the internet goes out, I'm kind of screwed. Like I have to play music on my phone, and then like read a book. Okay, I'll probably be on. I'll be on after work, so I'm gonna be off for a bit, but I'll be on after work. I'm not sure what I'm gonna be playing. Oh, I think probably Honkai Star Rail probably. I want to do more of the Honkai Star Rail, the band event. That's been pretty fun. I did the story for it. And, like 2.6 story was so long. It like took so long to do. It was really interesting. I enjoyed it. So I'm working on the Honkai Star Rail event. So I'll be back on later. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time.